coming. Professional wrestling dating back to the ancient Roman Empire. And like the Roman Empire, one empire may rise, and then it may fall. World-class championship wrestling has fallen. But in its place comes a new organization. In its place comes a new dawn. Coming to the Nation Network now. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to experience wrestling in an all-new way here on the Nation Network. This is the UWF.
Well, good evening, wrestling fans. Lance Muscle with you here, and this is the debut of the UWF right here on the Nation Network. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. All right, wrestling fans, we are here live from the Sam Houston Coliseum, and this is UWF Wrestling, Universal Wrestling Federation, and my name is Lance Muscle. Thank you for joining us here for our debut on the Nation Network. Tonight, we're going to be seeing the greatest talent we've got here. All three of our champions will be on display. Two of them will be defending their titles tonight. We'll see Terry Taylor defending the UWF television title, and the Masked Superstar defends the UWF Heavyweight Championship. We'll also see the tag team champions in a non-title match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick this show off as the man known simply as the Shadow makes his way down to the ring. He's going to be taking on one of our favorites here, and that is Brad Armstrong. He'll be going one-on-one against a man who's got a lineage behind him. Bullet Bob Armstrong, of course, his father. And the family name is just synonymous with professional wrestling, and we're going to have an opportunity to get a look at the youngest member of the team right now. The UWF conquering the Mid-South area, and right now, currently, the feature program here on the Nation Network as we take a look at the son of Bullet Bob. This is Brad Armstrong. As he makes his way to the ring. This crowd solidly behind this young man, I can tell you that right now. The sky is the limit for this young man. He has been really moving through the rankings here in UWF, and I'll tell you, it's very exciting and fun to watch, and gets better and better each time out as he gets ready to lock up right here and goes to that front face lock, comes up with an elbow to the back of the neck on the Shadow, wasting no time. Brad Armstrong with a series of successful moves early on, and now he ties up the legs of the Shadow. Oh, he's got him tied up good. The Shadow in trouble there with that inverted figure 4 leg lock. Armstrong now, let's see what he's got. Oh, nice move right there. Enziguri upside the head, and now the Shadow starting to really feel it. Irish whip goes in, dropped down by Armstrong. Went for the back elbow, didn't quite catch him with it. But he did stun him enough to set up for this. Belly to back suplex, nicely done. Brad Armstrong, he's done it all from singles to tag team wrestling, and we have been able to see a lot of him here in UWF lately, and now you'll be able to see him here on the Nation Network. Going for the move right there, and look at this. He finds out the hard way that it's easier said than done. The Shadow thought he had an opportunity. Can't blame him for trying, but it didn't work out very well. Brad Armstrong one more time, dropping him on the back of his head. Really going to work now on the head and the neck area, and starting to take its toll, I would suggest. Series of right hands now, and look at as he drops them with it. Now Brad Armstrong going up to the top rope. What's he gonna do here? Armstrong is waiting on him. He must want to do something here in particular. Cross body press, and he caught him. Referee in position. Will that be all? No, 2, and he kicks out. The back just barely. As Brad Armstrong continues to work the arm. And now Armstrong going in. Oh, he's got the clover leaf, and it's on. This could be the end of the match. Oh, he's too close to the ropes. Takes advantage of the opportunity, does the Shadow. Oh, and that one caught him. Right on the chin. Down he goes. Big kick, and it does the job. Well, he's close to the ropes again. But the Shadow's out. He can't even reach. And just like that, your winner, Brad Armstrong, in our opening contest tonight. All right, fans, we'll be back with plenty more UWF wrestling action. Nice to see some sportsmanship here. And we are back here from the Sam Houston Coliseum. The debut of the UWF making his way down to the ring at this time. Rick Steiner, this guy's a tough individual, and he's put together, I'll tell you, tremendous wrestling ability by this man. But he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight because he's going to be taking on another relative newcomer here. A standout athlete in his own right. Now, Rick Steiner here was a standout wrestling athlete in the state of Michigan. Tremendously successful. He's going up against an individual who was more known for his standout performance in the world of college football. Under the tutelage of Bobby Bowden, this man managed to rise to incredible fame as a member of the Florida State Seminoles. And now here in the world of wrestling, we've got Ron Simmons. This is going to be an interesting test for both of these men. They're both coming into this. I would say Rick Steiner has an advantage in that he's got that wrestling background to help him. But this is professional wrestling, so if Ron Simmons can somehow parlay his football abilities into a wrestling ring, that might just settle the score and even it up. Once again, we want to thank all of you for joining us live here on the Nation Network. We greatly appreciate your support and your continued advice and thoughts, and we listen to you, and I hope you're enjoying the program here tonight. All right, show of sportsmanship to start this one off. That's an interesting thought. And then there's the 2K glitch that we all know and love so much. Simmons with a drop kick to get this one started. I'll tell you, Ron Simmons, he's a big guy. Look at him. And Rick Steiner's no slouch, so for Simmons to look big, I mean, it's just saying a lot right here. But he's got Rick Steiner early on in trouble. Lifted him up like a middleweight, power bombs him down, and this is what I was talking about earlier. If he's able to use his football training and strength here in the ring, that will even up the difference. He's going for the pin, and he gets one. That would have been a huge upset if he would have pinned Rick Steiner. Well, thus far, the wrestling history is not playing a big role in this one yet. Drop kick from the middle rope by Simmons. And now Ron Simmons, what's he doing here? Has him up and drives him hard into the mat. Thus far, it's all been Simmons, and I've got to tell you, I'm surprised about that. I really thought Rick Steiner was probably going to control a good part of the match, especially early on, but Simmons is taken to this thing like a fish to water. Two big, strong guys, but right now all you're seeing is Ron Simmons, and he is handing it out. I don't know what goes on in those camps that Bobby Bowden puts on, but we may be looking at a lot more wrestlers coming out of there, and he goes for the cover after a gorilla press slam, and Simmons only able to get two on that one. Steiner somehow managing to kick out, but you gotta wonder at what point in time is he going to have to come up with a bunch of offense to even this one up. Well, finally, some of the wrestling coming into play as Rick Steiner now has the go-behind opportunity, working the chin. But Simmons brings that to an end quickly, and now look at this, Steiner shooting him into the ropes, back elbow, no effect whatsoever. And now the power slam by Simmons, hooks the leg again, and this could be it. He really rocked Steiner with that one, and Steiner gets a shoulder up. Unbelievable. Power slam into the turnbuckle. And now to the middle of the ring, and I've got to believe it's all over. Look at this, would ya? Slingshots himself into the ring. Over 250 pounds of Ron Simmons, moving like a middleweight. But there's that Steiner clothesline. Almost took Simmons' head off with it. You talk about equalizers, that might very well be it. He's got him. German suplex. But Simmons too close to the ropes and he's out quickly. Finally, Rick Steiner coming up with a series of offense, and it's starting to wear down Simmons, or so it appeared. Simmons hits with a big neck breaker, and now Steiner all the way out to the floor, and Ron Simmons letting the fans know. Fans, tonight we're going to see the tag team champions in action in a non-title match. The New Zealand Sheep Herders hooks the leg. Now, wait a minute. 1, 2, this could be huge. He almost got him. Wow, after the domination that Ron Simmons had throughout the match, look how close Rick Steiner came to pull it off the win, and this crowd on its feet now. Simmons ducks and misses, and now Steiner with a back body drop. He wants him to get back up, and he does, and he plants Ron Simmons with a spine buster. And now Simmons fighting his way back, has him up in the air. What a move by Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons does a big number on him. The splash he covers. Will that be it? It's over. Fans, that was a hell of a match right there. Back and forth, both men with huge opportunities to put it away, but it would be Ron Simmons who would finally put the nail in the coffin as we take a look back at some of the highlights from this one. Somehow I don't think we have heard the last of these two men. Once again, here it is. And Ron Simmons is the victor. Well, I'll tell you, I'd pay to see that one again. That was a tremendous matchup by these two men. We'll be back with more right here in the UWF.
Wrestling fans, we want to take this opportunity to let you know about a very special event that'll be coming here to the Nation Network early on April 9th, 2 hours after WrestleMania goes off the air. Join us for an 8-hour live stream where you can be a hero. It's called Extra Life as we raise funds for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. We're going to need your support. More information will be coming in the weeks ahead. We look forward to seeing you at ringside.
All right, we're back once again. The Sam Houston Coliseum is the setting for the debut of the UWF. And here comes the Junkyard Dog. And you want to talk about a fan favorite? You're looking at him. They can't get enough of this guy. He's as tough as they come, and I'll tell you, he's going to have his hands full tonight, though. He's got a tag team partner about to come down the ring to join him, and then they're going up against the reigning tag team champions in a non-title match. One thing you're going to find out in a moment is that the Junkyard Dog doesn't choose any slouches to be his partner, that's for sure. Well, there he is, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And another big fan favorite here. That 2x4 that he normally carries with him has been banned. But as he'll tell you, I don't need a 2x4. He's got two fists that do just fine. All right, here they come. The New Zealand Sheep Herders, they are the UWF Tag Team Champions, and they've had titles before. Former World Class Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, former Florida Tag Team Champions. They've been around the circuit, and they have had success wherever they've been, and now they're here in the UWF, and again, they have had success. Luke and Butch, the Sheep Herders. All right, bell sounds, action underway. And it is a Junkyard Dog with a side headlock and a nice takedown on, I believe it's Butch. Can't get a good look at him yet. He now turns him inside out with a neck breaker, and he delivers. That's one of the more devastating variations of a neck breaker you can give a guy. It really shudders the neck on the way down and can dislocate vertebrae very easily. Up in the air, he scoops him up, couldn't hold him down the backside, and there is another neck breaker. Clearly, the strategy has been put forth by the Sheep Herders, but now Duggan is in the ring, and Duggan is really laying waste to him. Hammering down with those big, heavy left hands, and this is what he mentioned earlier when he was talked to about the 2x4. Duggan following up with a huge elbow drop, and this one is really going back and forth now. Once the tag has been made, it's all in favor of Duggan and the Junkyard Dog. Slingshot and the sheepherder going back to the middle of the ring. Big elbow down across the knee. And a big atomic knee drop, and Luke is in trouble, looking to make the tag, and here it is. Here comes Cousin Butch right into the arms of the waiting Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He manages to kick him off. Fans, I'll tell you what. You turn around and you blink for a moment and everything changes, and that's exactly what's happened here. The sheepherders once again are in control, bouncing the head of Duggan off the mat. Now, to my knowledge, this is the first time we're seeing Duggan and the Junkyard Dog teaming up, so there's going to be a disadvantage from a tag team standpoint, I would think. And now he is getting ready for this one, and big boot right to the face of Duggan. Now Duggan winding him up, clothesline, down he goes. That was a big one. Up in the air again, and a powerful slam by Duggan. He's waiting. There it is from that three-point stance. He knocks him silly. Referee doesn't even admonish the fact that the other member of the team is in. Duggan still having the advantage and drops them face first down across the top turnbuckle. Tag made now, Junkyard Dog is in. And again, right to work on the neck. Double team. Now it is Luke Williams in the ring. Cousin Luke now banging the head of the Junkyard Dog off the mat. Now, normally, I tell you, that is the safest move you could do. Junkyard Dog's got a very strong head, as is evidenced by the headbutts that he often uses and gets great results with. But right now, he's struggling with the sheepherders here. And oh, what a nice move right there. Luke thought he was going to catch him on the apron. That didn't happen, but now he claps the ears and he is back in control. Delivers a free fall slam, but very close to his own corner. If I'm Luke Williams, might want to move the Junkyard Dog closer to your own, and that's exactly what he's doing. I don't know that he's listening to me, but now going for the cover. Hacksaw Jim Duggan in and able to make the save. All four men going at it right now. Referee gonna have to try and regain order in this one. Easier said than done. That rear chin lock applied, and Luke Williams looking over, and he may be in it. There's a tag. Butch Miller back in. Oh, he's biting him. He bit the Junkyard Dog right on the head. It busted him open. He's bleeding. The Junkyard Dog slips out the back door, though, and now he's able to take advantage of a situation himself. But I think he's been fired up a little bit. We're still waiting for Hacksaw Jim Duggan to get back up, and he's just starting to. But the Junkyard Dog seems to have been riled up by that bite to the head. Goes for the cover, gets one. Now, this is a non-title match, as we mentioned, but you've got to believe that a win here by the Junkyard Dog or Hacksaw Jim Duggan is going to propel and catapult them to the top of the standings very quickly. Hacksaw Jim Duggan now the legal man in the ring. Hammering down on the head of Luke Williams. Mr. Williams now on the receiving end, but he manages once again to get out of that. Tag is made. Double team. What are they thinking here? Oh, wait a minute. The battering ram. We've seen this before. Duggan is laid out, and it could be over. Save made by the Junkyard Dog, or it would have been over, fans. I'm telling you right now, Duggan, you can see he still isn't moving. Now both men are down. The tag team champions really turning this inside out. The Junkyard Dog is out on the floor. Williams just driving that forearm down, and now Duggan is in trouble. Well, Duggan is the bigger man in this match, but right now, I don't know if that matters too much. He's not taking advantage of it. He's starting to get back into the flow now, which is a good idea since his tag team partner is somewhere on the floor. He's not going to be able to help him out in any way. It's realistically a handicap match right now. There we get a glimpse of the Junkyard Dog, who's about as far away from his corner as he could possibly be to make a tag. But Duggan following up with a tremendous clothesline, driving that knee right to the head, and Williams is out. Referee in position for the cover, and he got two. He got him! He got him! Unbelievable! Fans, I've seen it all. I still can't believe it. This crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw. We've seen a lot of teams go down to that battering ram, but look at the face of that Junkyard Dog. Look at the face of the Junkyard Dog, and this is the winning team. All right, fans, we should expect to see somewhere in the near future a tag team title match, I think, for these two guys. What a performance we had tonight. We'll be back with the television championship and much more. Stay with us.
Tuesday, March 27th, it's Legends Mania. Live from Detroit, Michigan, the LWF and all of its champions in action. Be there for Legends Mania 3.
All right, fans, it is time. As we promised you, our debut episode here of the UWF. We've got all of our champions in the house, and that includes the television champion, who has agreed to defend his title here in a ladder match. This is the opponent, Ted DiBiase. A tremendous wrestling talent is Ted DiBiase as he makes his way down to the ring. But so is the reigning UWF television champion, Terry Taylor. And Taylor agreeing to put the title up in a match of this nature, which is very dangerous. You don't get pinned, you don't get tapped out or submitted. It's simply a matter of who climbs the ladder first and manages to secure the title and bring it down. A lot of things can happen in a match like that. You're talking about 15 feet plus up in the air, and I've seen careers cut short with a match of this nature, but both of these men knew the risk and they agreed. And here he is. He is the reigning UWF television champion, but we'll see if that retained or that remains the case at the end of the match. Give credit to Terry Taylor. He said, you know what, if we're going to debut, let's do it big. And he agreed to this match. This would normally be a match that you'd see held for a major event. Not to say that the debut is not a major event, but I mean a much bigger venue and perhaps even an outdoor stadium. But Terry Taylor agreeing to do it right here in the Sam Houston Coliseum as part of our debut, and hats off to him. As we take a look at the UWF Television Championship, beautiful title hanging above the ring currently. As we take a look at both champion and challenger, and you see that title way up in the air. It's almost 20 feet high. Not a place for the weak at heart. I mean, you think about it, if you're on top of that ladder, you're some 15 feet up in the air, not to mention from the apron to the ground. So in the event someone were to be thrown off the ladder and clear the ropes, nearly a 20-foot drop, a lot of damage can take place. Bones are broken in falls of that nature, and very easily. Now choking out Terry Taylor is Ted DiBiase. On any given day, these two guys could be best friends, but right now they both want the same thing, and that's all there is to it. This is about competition after all. We talked about Terry Taylor putting the title up. Let's also talk about Ted DiBiase agreeing to this type of match. He could have said no. He could have pushed for a regular traditional pinfall match, but was absolutely willing to go all out for the debut here. And now Irish Swift sends him all the way out to the floor. And DiBiase doing a number on Terry Taylor. Rake in the eyes. There are no rules other than climb the ladder and get the title. So friendships or no friendships right here. It's a simple question of who wants it the most, and you can do anything you need to do to win the match. DiBiase looked like he was going to ram him head first into that ladder, but instead Terry Taylor comes out the back door. And now it's Terry Taylor with the fists of fury down on the head of Ted DiBiase. Tremendous knee lift. Now boot to the midsection. He's got him up. What's he going to do with him? Oh, my goodness. On the guardrail. Terry Taylor may have suffered permanent injuries from a move like that. When you talk about unforgiving, oh, look at this, DiBiase. Wow. Well, I said anything goes, but I wasn't expecting that. Terry Taylor really being pummeled around ringside at this point in time. Neither man has even looked at the ladder yet. Pile driver. A pile driver, and Terry Taylor here on the floor is in trouble. Now DiBiase thinks he's got him beat down enough, and he may well have. He puts the ladder up, and he is ready to try and bring that title down. Terry Taylor just starting to move, and I'm not sure how he's doing it. DiBiase's got the belt. Can he pull it down is the question. Terry Taylor goes up there with him. And now both of these men fighting it out 15 feet above the ring. What is he gonna do here? DiBiase with a suplex. You've got to be kidding me. Well, the fans are saying it, but I'll tell you what. Look at the right arm of Terry Taylor. It appears it may be broken or dislocated. And now DiBiase's got the title. And I believe we're going to have a new UWF television champion. Taylor just starting to move, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it in time. Terry Taylor now climbing the ladder. I don't believe it. He manages to stay it off. And down goes DiBiase. And now Terry Taylor with that title trying to unhook it and secure it. And if he does, he will still be the UWF champion. Having some difficulty, but it looks like he should have it. He does. Whoa, what a match that was. Let's look back at some of the moments of this one. I'll tell you what, fans, that move right there was so unbelievable. You saw the bodies contorting on that one. But Terry Taylor retains the UWF Television Championship right here on our debut on the Nation Network. Huge victory for that young man, and we'll be back with plenty more action. We've got the World Championship on the line. Good evening, wrestling fans. Mean Scheme here, just reminding you that 10 minutes after this program goes off the air, come back and join us here on the Nation Network as we have more great wrestling action coming your way. It will be the LWF Legends Wrestling Federation. All right, wrestling fans, it is time for our main event. It has been a tremendous opening night for us here on the Nation Network, and again, we thank all of you for joining us here. Now it is time, as we are going to see the champion and the challenger. And here comes the challenger. He's as big and bad and tough as they come anywhere. Dr. Death Steve Williams. The doctor is in, and tonight he has the opportunity of a lifetime. He has worked hard for the weeks leading up to this match. The Masked Superstar has been the UWF champion for several months now, and many have tried. No one has been successful. Steve Williams and the Masked Superstar have had some matches that have gone to no decisions, via disqualifications, via countouts. But now he's here, and he is ready to put it all beside him, and he is looking to become the UWF Heavyweight Champion. And here is the UWF champion, the Masked Superstar. He is world renowned. He has a reputation that precedes him anywhere he goes. He's been everywhere from the Northeast to the South. He's been over to Japan and has quite the name over there as well. He is truly an international sensation, and right now he's made his home here in the UWF, and he is the UWF champion. But I will say this may be the toughest challenge he has faced as the champion. Dr. Death Steve Williams, again, is no slouch. As we take a look at that championship, what a beautiful belt it is. Steve Williams, as he stares across the ring at the champion, clearly Williams has a plan in mind, and that plan is to go through the Masked Superstar. Now, that's easier said than done. However, if anyone is capable of pulling it off, I would say Steve Williams would be that guy. And there is the UWF champion, the Masked Superstar. Again, he's got a resume that is quite decorated in the industry and respected around the world. Even if the actions aren't always respected, you can't take away from the man. All right, we're about to put this one up as we get another look at the title. One of these two men are going to leave with it. The question is, who will it be? If I were a betting man, I might go with Dr. Death Steve Williams. All right, bell sounds, action's underway. Masked Superstar early on with a slam on Williams. This one kind of reminds me of the match we saw earlier tonight with Ron Simmons and Rick Steiner. Very evenly matched, and no matter who gets the early advantage here, I would expect to see a big comeback. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Both men collide, but Steve Williams doesn't take any damage. And now what's going on here? He's got a hold of the Masked Superstar, but couldn't do much with it. Seemed like he was hesitating as to what he wanted to do, and that bought the Superstar enough time. Now Dr. Death Steve Williams, once again caught by the Masked Superstar, who slams Williams. Crowd definitely not in favor of the Masked Superstar at all. They're loving Dr. Death Steve Williams, though, I'll tell you that right now. Irish whip shoots him to the ropes. Look at that, the big man getting way up in the air with a drop kick. Williams in that 260-pound range, and he comes up with a drop kick like he's 225. But the Masked Superstar retaliating with another fallaway slam, or free fall slam. Now he's got Williams tied up in the head scissors. Fans, we remind you, a lot of the created content you see here on the Nation Network can be downloaded like the Masked Superstar. If you've got the PlayStation 4 version of WWE2K18, go to the community download section and do a search for One Nation. That's the number 1 and the word nation. Now it is Williams from behind with that rear chin lock, and the Masked Superstar finds an easy way out. But Williams is right back in control, and again has the Masked Superstar, this time across the top rope, slingshots him back into the middle of the ring. Once again, Dr. Death Steve Williams slamming him into the turnbuckle and then throwing him across the ring. Williams with a headbutt. Now, we talk about headbutts here in a match like this. The Masked Superstar has been known to load up that mask on occasion. Officials have rarely ever caught it, but a lot of wrestlers have talked about it, and we've seen him make an adjustment with that mask periodically. He claims it's just a psychological advantage, but I don't know. Now it is the Masked Superstar in control, and there's the slam, the spine buster. Dr. Death Steve Williams in trouble. Another big elbow drop by the Masked Superstar. Oh, that's it. That's that textbook neck breaker that he's known for. He's done a lot of damage to a lot of guys over the years with it. But Dr. Death Steve Williams finds a way to get his shoulder off the mat. Unbelievable action going on here with these guys. Now it is Dr. Death Steve Williams, the challenger, sending the champion into the turnbuckle. Now perching him on the top rope, and this could be a big tide-turning moment in this match. The Masked Superstar not used to being manhandled like this, but Dr. Death Steve Williams is the big enough guy to do it. Superplex, and now the champion is in trouble. He hooks the leg. We may have a changing of the guard, but no. You see the Masked Superstar shaking it off, or at least trying to. Williams, gut-wrench powerbomb. Now that is a tremendous maneuver right there. That's going to take a lot of the wind out of the sails of the champion. Superstar now able to wind up the arm of Dr. Death Steve Williams and turn the tempo of this one. Up in the air, he's got him. He's going to face plant him into the turnbuckle. Williams stunned, and he's going to take advantage of the opportunity as the Masked Superstar goes for the cover. Referee's there. He's not hooking the leg, and he doesn't get the 3 count. I believe if he would have hooked the leg, he may have retained his title here tonight. We have seen so much great action here tonight in our debut. Look at this. Dr. Death Steve Williams just shoving the champion down as if he weighed nothing. And now Williams sizing him up. He's got him up, and this could be the big power slam. And he nails him with it. Hook the leg, he does. this could be a new champion crown. And we do. There is a brand new UWF Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Dr. Death Steve Williams. Wow, I'll tell you right now, the title reign of the Masked Superstar comes to an end, but not without a fight. The neck breaker right there looked like for sure he was going to go on to victory, but Williams just got the shoulder up. And here, if the Masked Superstar would have hooked a leg, I think he would have had him, but he didn't. And there was the power slam that led to the end of the match and to the new UWF Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the debut episode of UWF Wrestling. We'll be back with plenty more in the near future. In the meantime, we remind you that the LWF will be coming up in 10 minutes from now. Have a great night, everyone.